Come in.
Hello, my dear. I hope I'm not interrupting.
Jane, darling, as if you could ever be an interruption. What a lovely surprise. Whatever are you doing here?
Well, I was due for that garden party at Mrs. Kindly's daughter's house, you know, and I loved the dear girl, but the more I thought about it, the more I didn't want to go without you. I miss you, darling.
Oh, I know, my dear. The hours have been long lately, haven't they? I'm terribly sorry. You and I should have a day together, just the two of us.
Oh, that sounds so very lovely, but, the railway, are you sure?
For my wife, the engines will be fine for a few hours.
I told you, I will not be pulling that circus car.
Circus car? This livery was hand-painted, you blue buffoon.
Yes, hand-painted by the ringmaster himself.
Why, you little...
Well, my darling, no matter what, I'm going to find a way to spend some time with you today, even if I have to stop all traffic on the railway myself to do it.
Oh, you charmer.
I'll just finish up this paperwork for a few moments and then let's go get some lunch. Caesar salad again?
Oh, darling, our favorite.
I knew that would get a smile out of you.
What are you reading?
Oh, logs and reports from the past year. You know how it is. It certainly has been a busy one.
Oh, yes, I am glad that Edward and Duke spent some time together. I always thought those two might get on well.
Well, from what Edwards told me, I believe they had a rocky start at first. There was a rocky time in general. Do you remember that dreadful toupee I tried?
I do feel bad for how hard a time I gave you over that. It really wasn't so bad.
I suppose sometimes it all felt a bit of a mess, but I'd say we've grown all a lot in the end, wouldn't you?
Oh, I'd say so.
Oh, goodness. That ferry barge incident after the great railway show was quite the mess. Glad we got that sorted out. The international engines did cause quite a stir, and that summer. So dry, the wildfires.
And now it feels like the opposite, doesn't it? So much rain.
Let me see, there is a lot here. The discovery of Smudger, Belle, and Dot's escapade into the river. I don't know how the engines get into these types of scrapes. And, here, Emily. Oh, Emily.
Oh, that dreadful train ride.
I think she's almost ready to be back on the coach-pulling duty again. I'm a little worried for her. Do you know, dear, sometimes I am so unsure if I am doing enough for my engines.
Topham, nobody cares for these engines like you do. That much I do know.
Thank you, darling. I certainly do my best.
Your best is the best.
Oh, what would I do without you? It's been quite a year, hasn't it?
I can only imagine what's in store for the coming summer. It's rather bittersweet, isn't it? Closing off another chapter and all.
Well, after all these years, I don't really think of these times as endings so much as beginnings.
Well, my goodness, that's a nice way to think about it. I think I shall have to think about like that too.
Indeed. Just look at Bertram and Duke. What a remarkable reunion. And heaven knows what will happen this year.
Oh dear, are these the forms for the summer internships?
Oh yes, I haven't had a chance to look at those yet.
Well, leave them for when we get back from lunch. I'm positively starved. Are you coming, dear? Remember, we don't have much time.
Time? My dear, it's Sodor. there will always be time for another adventure.